Okay, so good morning, everybody, and once again, welcome back in today's class. Today, we are on the day number 40 of our batch. And yesterday, we were discussing about the CMDB. Okay, so we see or we understand about the definitions, we see the classes, we see little attributes as well. We understand the 3C, meaning of 3C or purpose of 3C, and overview about the CMDB. Now we need to be go for the next level. Okay. When I say about the sorry. When I say about the next level means we need to be create the CI. Okay. So now the point or the major point is that, and we discussed yesterday as well, ServiceNow provide more than 1,000 classes out of the box. Okay. And we cannot means we as in the training we cannot create the CI for each and every class, but we will create one or two classes and to show you another related concept which is part of the CMDB. Okay. So now let me come here and log in. Okay, what we'll do, we'll create a computer class. Go here and search for the computer, and under the base item click on the computer, and now we'll click on the new and we will create a computer class. Now these are the attributes. These are the attributes of a computer. Like if you go and purchase a computer, if you go and purchase a laptop, what you will see, will say color kya hai, keyboard, memory, processor, manufacturer, fan, OS. So these are the attributes. And yesterday when we see it's a 3C, completeness, correctness, and compliance. Now I want to create a CI, and this is what I learned from experience, and this is what I know is that whenever we get any new component in our infrastructure, maybe it's a computer network computer router switches or anything else, we need to be create the CI first. Now if I say okay, LNG part. Now the thing is that if you notice, ये क्या चीज है? Asset. Something new has been added, right? So now let me bring a new concept called EI and asset. To understand in the simple and the layman language, asset means something which has a financial bindings, मतलब जिसपे कुछ पैसे का हिसाब किताब हो. Like take example, if let's say Heathel has a car, okay, that car is an asset for Heathel because she can sold out that car in the future and she gets some money. But if that car is not working, and Heathel take that car to the mechanic shop, then it is a CI. क्यों? क्योंकि she wanted to be repaired. But ultimately it is asset for Heathel. So it means on the same time, a CI has an asset as well, and CI is a like a CI as well, right? So what ServiceNow say, if you are creating a CI, I will create the asset for the same. But in ServiceNow, it is not required or true or the fact that for every CI we are creating an asset. ServiceNow is using a model, product model, hardware and software, and mainly create the asset for the hardware classes. Okay, so this is what the basics we have to be understand. So now I will put this, I'll put company, let's say company is not that जिसने बनाया वो नहीं, ठीक है, asset tag LNG 40 serial number ये हो गया, manufacturer, it's a computer manufacturer, I said it is ऐसा, model ID let's say MacBook, ये मेरा बनाया हुआ तो उसको छोड़ दो, ठीक है, assign to भी छोड़ दो भी. Now what I will do, I'm going to be create an asset. Sorry, I'm going to be create a CI. When I click on the save, a business will run in the background. Okay, that run in the background and that will go and create the asset for me. Let me refresh it. It takes a little time to be generate the asset record. Here is one thing will be created, one number will be created. So now we are on the CMDB table, and once the asset will be created, let's see if I go here, asset, task, let's say ALM hardware table. तो यहां पर वो मेरे लिए एक एसेट बनाएगा, अभी बनाया नहीं है बिकॉज इट इज स्टिल वर्किंग. सी अभी बनाया नहीं है ये. हाउ इट्स बी वर्किंग, नाउ लेट मी शो यू. बिजनेस रूल, ठीक, एंड यहां पर इफ यू फाइंड, इफ यू सर्च फॉर दिस, now we have to find out that which business rule is running on this part. किस टेबल पे बनाना है, ALM asset टेबल पे बनाना है. Sorry, we are on the wrong table. It's a ALM asset, not ALM hardware asset. It should work actually. Hardware है ना, हाँ, it should work. ठीक, अभी नहीं बनाना, good. So now come here and see which is the business rule. देखो, check asset and CI, check asset and CI, check this if already exist. ये भी नहीं है मेरा. Go little bit more down. Create era. Create asset on insert means when I am creating a record in CI, then this asset should get created. It take time, not sure why it's taking so much time, but it take time. Okay, so now let's come here. This is the key business rule in the CMDB and asset table relationship. Okay, let it be loaded and I'll show you in that part. Now let's come back here. हाँ, ये देखो ये रहा. देखो ये, it is a code has been written. See, asset and CI. Is there another utility, or I can say other method they're calling it? If I go back here again, let's see. create asset on insert, create asset on change model, नहीं ये नहीं चाहिए हमें. हाँ, I guess वही है. Yes. So this business rule will run, and this particular method, or what, how to open it? There's a way to open this. I guess Shift A or Control Alt. Not sure why it's not working, but if you open it, then you will find the actual code that how and on which basis, which class it is picking up and creating the asset for me. So it's saying new asset and CI, इसको call करेगा and then it will work for me 100%. ठीक है. Now let's come back and see अगर हमारा asset बना कि नहीं बना. अरे नहीं यार, it's sometimes it take a lot of time. Let me try again. So see, Apple model ID is this, asset tag is this. Let me try again. Computer. In my every training it take time. Not sure why. ठीक है. New. LNG asset tag PLNG 1 2 3 4 5 6. ये छोड़ देते हैं. सीरियल नंबर ये हो गया. Select Apple 15. ये नहीं है और ये भी नहीं है. Let's submit it. ठीक है. Now let's see हमारे वाली CI कहाँ पर है. देखो ये दो हमारी CI हैं. Let me add a field here called asset tag. Asset. Easy है थोड़ा quick. ठीक है. तो अभी बना नहीं है, बन जाएंगे assets, दोनों assets बन जाएंगे हमारा अपने आप. ठीक है. Now the thing is, sorry. If you want to see a little bit more, let's come back here. And I show you. देखो जैसे ये है asset IBM. ठीक. So how it make it? It take your asset tag hyphen it take your model ID. And with this combination, my asset will get created in ServiceNow. It means, or again, I'm repeating the things. For every CI asset will get created. It's not a case in the ServiceNow. Also, it depends on the hardware category in the background, but it take a combination of asset tag and the model ID and generate a asset for me. Now, if I say there is a car, He'll have a car. Now, if that car is need a repair, okay, if that car need a repair, and He'll take that car to the mechanic, okay, it this mean that the attributes of that CI or the asset will be different now. मतलब घर पे है तो लाल कलर की है, वहां गई तो काले कलर की हो गई. ऐसा तो कभी नहीं होता, राइट? जो यहां पर है वो वहां पर भी है, राइट? सो दिस इज व्हाट दिस थिंग हियर. Okay, so this means the attribute of asset and the CI are common, but there are few attributes which are in asset but not in CI. Just say, now let's open this thing. These are the attributes of an asset. Few attributes are common, like name, model, category. Asset tags are common. Now you can see here. See, right? ये. Let's see अब हमारे वाले बने कि नहीं बने. Yes, see. Our also get credit now. Let open our cases only. LNG Pathshala. Take this. Close this. This. So now this is my CI. Oh, let me go and wait. Okay. This is my CI which I created. This is my asset. See, now if I change something here, let's say I want to be change this one. Okay. And I click on the save. And now if you go back in the asset, this also got changed. ये क्या चीज है भाई? Right? You could, how this is be happening? So the question should be, Atul, how this is be happening? Now, if you say, if I go here in the asset and put assign to, I'm putting assign to, let's say, Albert Byte, and click on the save. If I go back here, it is coming here as well. How these things be happening? This is another core area for us to be discussed now. See, as I say that asset and CI has a mapping, right? CI and asset has a mapping. And there is a three. First, second, and third. To understand that, let's come back here. Come here and search for the mapping. Okay. And scroll down. And these three table I'm talking under asset. The first table says and CI field mapping. जो भी हमने देखा ये वाला. If I change something here, it gets changed something here as well. So like what we have this company, department, all the things will be there. If I make a change, it will change here as well. Okay, how this thing working? Let's open this. Sorry, this one. ServiceNow give me out of the box 29 fields which are common in both, and if I make a change in one, it will get changed in the another. And you can see this asset tag, assign to, check in, check out, company, these. So these are the 29 fields which is given by ServiceNow, and say you can, if you modify something in asset or in a CI, it will change in the other part. But by doing this, is it actually work? Remember that assignment rule, right? Assignment lookup. What we have to do, we have to create a first assignment lookup table, and then we do this thing. So now how these things are getting sync? Let's come back here and open a business rule. And here search for the asset. It's a sync something is there. Wait, SYNCH sync, and it is on the, I'll show you, there's a one important this thing, business rule. Sync, अरे कहाँ गया? CSTM. Let me do like this. इसमें इजी मिल जाएगा, 59 है ना, फटाफट मिल जाएगा. हाँ, ये रहा. Sync CI and asset. Sync field on asset. Sync OT assets and IP address. और कहाँ पर है? Showing 110, but it's showing me 5. Sync asset this नहीं, ये भी नहीं है क्योंकि वर्क ऑर्डर टेबल पे है, ये भी नहीं है, एसएम ऑर्डर पे ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है, ये भी नहीं है. There must be one more there. Create asset or insert, not this. Check asset, not this. Avoid this. Asset sync. नहीं, रुको. Let me find out the business rule name here. CI synchronization service now business rule. ये देखो ये है. When an asset has a corresponding configuration item, asset record has configuration kept sync with 2 business rule. Asset and sync be recognized with this. हाँ, ये तो हमें पता है, but what is the business rule name? Let's see this quickly. This is what is important for us. Okay, asset and sync. ये देखो, this is important, but we are looking for the C. ये है next level का, मतलब कि about this two, installation hardware. This is about that, and I'm looking for that business rule. कहाँ गया? CI of the list of the CI grid out sync. हाँ, यही है हमारा, right? 29 इसने दिए हैं. And what is the business rule name I'm looking for? Yeah. Right. It's not giving me the name of the wall. I'm missing out some name. Update CI field on change asset table. When asset has corresponding function item, the item of configuration is update CI. अच्छा, ये है क्या update CI? रुको, let's search by this way. हाँ, here update CI field on change. Good. So this is the first business rule which help us to do this part, synchronization part. Okay, in this they are calling this synchronization, I'm sure. हाँ, ये देखो, ये रहा. ठीक है. So this business will run, and what it do, when to run, जब हम, इसने कोई कंडीशन दी, जब भी हम एसेट और सीआई में कुछ चेंज करेंगे, इट से इट शुड रन, एंड इट शुड कॉल दिस एसेट एंड सीआई सिंक्रोनाइजर, एंड then in this part they're calling this table. If you make a change in any other field, let's say I'm making a change in the parent, is parent is part of this? Let's see. So now if you go and check here, the parent is not get sync in the CI. So to understand this part, to clear this part, is that the first thing how it gets synced is that we have a field level mapping here. If I make a change in this field, it will go back and call this particular what I can say business rule, and then it will sync the both records together. That is the first part. Now the second part, which is more tricky here, is sorry, here. Asset and CI install status. ये ना बड़ा खतरनाक चीज है. I'll tell you. Now, if you come here, you can see the status. इसमें नहीं आएगा status field और I did not pull it. चलो मैं इसमें दिखाता हूँ पहले आपको. ये देखो ये क्या हुआ. अच्छा, speak of the parent क्या. Let me remove this. Maybe it took up from the parents and it's done that part. Also, one more thing, if you see, as I say in the beginning, asset has a financial bindings. So if you come here and see, यहाँ पर होता है कि किस रिक्वेस्ट लाइन से, किस इनवॉइस नंबर से, किस अकाउंट से कितने की एसेट गई, जबकि सीआई में ऐसा कोई इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं है. If you take your car to the mechanic, it doesn't matter that you buy it on the loan or you buy it on the hard cash or you buy it on the installment. उसको तो कार फिक्स करके देना है, बस खत्म काम. ठीक है. So that is why I say that asset, the major difference between asset and CI is that asset has a financial bindings. CI don't have a financial binding. Okay. So now you can see like this. So asset has a disposal plan as well. कि इतने साल के बाद dispose हो जाएगी. Depreciation, हर साल उस पर कोई depreciation लगेगा 5%, 10%, 15%. Asset has some contracts, right? Like as if I'm setting up an asset for my customer, I have contracts. कि भैया इसका maintenance you have to pay. VAT you have to pay for this one. Okay, now let's come to the main part. Check. If you see here on the asset, we have install status and substate. And let me bring these things here. View, sorry, configure, form layout. This is a very tricky part. And this I learned from experience. That how this thing actually works. I spent many days to understand this concept, that how this is be working actually. Okay. So now what I will do, I'll add few fields here. Status. Let me put hardware status, install status, sub status, operational status. ठीक है, बड़ा कंफ्यूजिंग है, इसे थोड़ा सा ध्यान से इसको देखेंगे हम. ठीक है, हार्डवेयर स्टेटस, इसको ले जाते थोड़ा सा ऊपर. इंस्टॉल स्टेटस, ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस. Now I will go to the state. Do anything on the call state? नहीं है. Good. Now click on the save. So ये आ गया. Hardware status, hardware substatus, install status, and operational status. What do you mean by the word operational status? Operational status means which provide a status about the CI as a standalone. Again, this car is an asset. ठीक है, बट इफ यू ब्रिंग दैट कार टू द मैकेनिक, और घर में कोई पूछता है कार कहाँ है, वो तो रिपेयर के लिए गई है. पीपल आस्क नॉट एज ए एसेट, एज ए सी आई, अरे कार कहाँ पे, वो रिपेयर के लिए गई है. इट मीन्स इट इज नॉट इन यूज नाउ. दिस इज व्हाट द ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस ऑफ अ सी आई. लेकिन हार्डवेयर स्टेटस कैन बी डिफरेंट एंड द एसेट स्टेटस कैन बी डिफरेंट. सो नाउ these two, first table asset CI install status and the second table asset CI hardware status are sync with each other, and they use this business rule asset field. Okay, ये तो वही हो गया asset field वाला. ठीक है, I'll tell you that what is business rule they are using it. Okay, now if I let me show you. So operational status means this thing, या तो operational होगा, either non operational, repair होगा. DS स्टैंड फॉर द डिजास्टर रिकवरी स्टैंड बाय, कि अगर कुछ फट जाता है तो हम इसको यूज कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, वो होगा. या फिर रेडी है, अभी यूज नहीं हो लेकिन रेडी है, हाँ कल आ जाएगी गाड़ी, रेडी है हमारी, या रिटायर हो गई है. दिस इज अबाउट द ऑपरेशनल. इस सीआई का ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस में बात कर रहा हूं. प्रैक्टिकली अगर आई हैव अ एसेट, सॉरी आई डोंट हैव अ एसेट, अगर ऑन ऑर्डर है मेरी एसेट, मतलब मैंने ऑर्डर करी है, लेट्स सेव दिस. सो लॉजिकली जो मेरा ये स्टेटस है, ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस कैन नॉट बी ऑपरेशनल एनी टाइम. घर में गाड़ी आई नहीं और आप बोल रहे हैं मेरे पास तो गाड़ी भी है, ऐसे कैसे पॉसिबल है? राइट, हाउ दिस पॉसिबल? तो देखो हमने क्या किया, हमने ऑपरेशनल स्टेटस को चेक करने के लिए काम किया, बट व्हाट इट हैज बीन अपडेटेड, हार्डवेयर स्टेटस और इंस्टॉल स्टेटस गेट अपडेटेड. Install status get updated. How? You can go and check here. Asset CI install status. यहां पर क्या है? Total 47 combinations has been given by ServiceNow to us. It can be bidirectional, it can be unidirectional. Means if you make a change in asset, CI will be updated, but if you change in CI, asset will not get updated. Like this, asset to CI. This is both. Means if I go into the CI and change this, if I go into the CI and change install status to in maintenance and save, ठीक, and now come to this thing, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है इसको. It is not getting impacted क्योंकि मैं इंस्टॉल स्टेटस की बात कर रहा हूं कि इंस्टॉल हुआ कि नहीं हुआ. हाँ ठीक है, एसेट है, ठीक है. सो नाउ इफ आई कम बैक एंड सी हियर, एसेट टू सीआई. अच्छा देखो, एसेट टू सीआई है, जबकि सीआई टू एसेट होता तो फर्क पड़ता. नाउ इफ यू सी दिस बोथ, इफ आई पुट पेंडिंग रिपेयर, ये देखो पेंडिंग रिपेयर एंड सेव. If my CI install status is pending repair, then what about my asset? Asset change क्यों नहीं हुआ? It must get change. Pending repair in stock, pending repair होना चाहिए. Asset state in stock pending repair हुआ क्यों नहीं? लेकिन इसलिए ये होना चाहिए था pending repair. Look, okay, let me do like this. Pending era. Let me save this. देखो वो कह रहा है किस रूम में है, कौन सा स्टॉक रूम में है. मैंने कहा इस वाले स्टॉक रूम में है, ओके सेव, देखो ये चेंज हो गया। बिकॉज द रीजन इज दैट ये जो टेबल है ना, ये दोनों, ये एंड ये दोनों आपस में मिलके काम करती है। These two tables club its work kind of a hand in hand, I can say. Okay, what's its work hand in hand. The problem is that what ServiceNow says. ServiceNow say if you want to be very careful, don't show these 4 fields 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same time on a same form. मत show करो. If you are talking about CI, then use only this. If you're talking about asset, then go to asset and use only this. Now the problem is that मैं change यहाँ करता हूँ, लेकिन इसमें तो कोई फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा, इसमें या फिर इसमें फर्क पड़ता है। बट प्रॉब्लम क्या है कि मैं करता इसमें चेंज हूँ और मुझे होना चाहिए कि इसमें चेंज होना चाहिए, लेकिन वो इसमें चेंज हो रहा है, बिकॉज दिस टेबल इज ऑन द इंस्टॉल स्टेटस। इस पे काम करेगा, सॉरी इस पे, लेकिन अगर इसको कोई मैच मिल जाता है, इफ इट इज गेट एनी मैच, इट गो टू दिस टेबल एज वेल and then it changed. So now it says let's say asset to CI and let me scroll down. ठीक है, देखो CI to asset, pending transfer disposable, pending transfer कहाँ है, ये रहा, and substatus is disposable. If I click on this, ये हार्डवेयर का स्टेटस है, कुछ नहीं हुआ लेकिन सिर्फ ये चेंज हो गया। क्यों, कहाँ था हमारा, देखो ये रहा, इन स्टॉक पेंडिंग ट्रांसफर हो जाएगा, वो चेंज हो गया, इन स्टॉक पेंडिंग ट्रांसफर हो गया। बट इफ आई सी हियर एनीथिंग इज डन दैट पार्ट, नहीं इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं था, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुई। इट इज लिटिल ट्रिकी, लेट मी से CI टू एसेट एनीथिंग है क्या, ऑलमोस्ट एसेट टू CI है, CI टू एसेट भी है कुछ, लेट्स से बोथ, absent, let's say go, and in this, not in this, absent, ठीक है, मतलब है नहीं मेरे पास अभी, क्लिक हियर एंड सेव। अब जब मैंने एब्सेंट पे क्लिक किया, एब्सेंट इज अ बोथ, सो स्टेट शुड बी गो मिसिंग एंड लॉस्ट, लेट्स सी, लेकिन इस पे फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा, क्यों, बिकॉज समथिंग इज देयर, एब्सेंट तो नहीं है, अच्छा हाँ सॉरी, हाँ, द रीजन बीइंग, नाउ आई रिमेंबर इट, द रीजन बीइंग व्हाट सर्विस नाउ से that at a given point of time either you can track this status or this status, अगर मैच नहीं हो रहा तो। I know it's little tricky for you, Hital, कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा, no problem, I recommend to go through this recording again, and also if you get a time in my previous batches, go to the same lecture again. On the channel you will find the videos, go to the same lecture again.
Okay.
Because it is not so easy. The reason being we don't have experience in the CMDB. That is the prime reason. Okay. So ServiceNow say there is a knowledge article. I'll show you. Set CI install status mapping ServiceNow. ये शायद ये, हाँ, I hope so. This is the same which I'm looking for because I learned this thing from my experience कि कैसे होता है यहाँ पर ये. हाँ, right. I'll give you this one to you. Okay. This. So if you read this part, you will understand one thing that it says asset to CI. ठीक है, काम कर रहा है मेरा, मैंने यहाँ चेंज किया. If I make a change here, let's say build and let's say build के बाद कुछ नहीं है and save and I go here, nothing is get changed because there is no mapping, I guess. ठीक है, और if I make a change here, retired and sold and save, देखो ये चारों चेंज होगा एकदम. अब देखो ये कहां से आ गया भाई? How this will get changed? It means some mapping is there in the background which run on this part. First it check this thing retired, अच्छा रिटायर हो गया तो इसको भी चेंज कर दो. अब देखो अगर आप if you come here retired, हमने क्या किया, ये वाला retired and sold, राइट? यही किया ना हमने, retired and sold out. So retired अगर sold out है तो उसने इसका CI का स्टेटस मतलब कि इस स्टेटस को रिटायर्ड कर दिया. अब इसको रिटायर कर दिया तो वहां भी गया वो. अब देखो यहाँ पर क्या किया उसने, देखो रिटायर्ड एंड सोल्ड. अगर बोल रहा रिटायर्ड एंड सोल्ड है तो इसको पेंडिंग रिसेल कर दो. क्या दिखा रहा है? रिटायर्ड एंड सोल्ड. कौन से वाला चला? रिटायर्ड एंड सोल्ड. नो ऑप्शन. क्या होना तो चाहिए कुछ ना कुछ तो. नहीं, ये शायद ये रहा रिटायर्ड एंड सोल्ड, ये आ गया. तो लेकिन ये एसेट टू सीआई है. तो so it says what this knowledge article says is that number one, you can do asset to CI status changing. That's fine, हमने करके देखा. Asset to hardware हमने ये भी करके देखा. Like this thing also getting changed, right? ये हार्डवेयर का, ठीक है. CI to asset हमने ट्राई किया. We tried to make a change here. Like if I change here non-operational and save, इन यूज हो गया. मतलब कि ये भी काम कर रहा है. लेकिन हार्डवेयर टू एसेट मींस हार्डवेयर ही, अगर मैं इसमें चेंज करता हूं डिफेक्टिव और इसमें चेंज करता हूं डिस्पोजेबल एंड क्लिक ऑन द सेव एंड गो हियर, तो इन स्टॉक अवेलेबल हो गया ये. बट द पॉइंट इज दैट वो कह रहा है ये भी काम करेगा, हार्डवेयर टू एसेट भी काम करेगा. बट द पॉइंट इज दैट इफ ऑन अ सिंगल क्लिक, इफ ऑन अ सिंगल क्लिक, लेट्स से मैंने ये किया, इसको कर दिया पेंडिंग इंस्टॉल और लेट्स से इसको कर दिया पेंडिंग ट्रांसफर रिजर्व और इसको कर दिया मैंने इन स्टॉक और इसको कर दिया मैंने डीआर और क्लिक किया सेव पे. तो कौन सी चीज चेंज होगी? बोल रहा है इन दोनों में से एक ही चीज चल पाएगी. दिस इज व्हाट ओनली 3 आउट ऑफ 1 ऑफ 3 और 4 विल बी यूज्ड. या तो ये चलेगा या फिर ये चलेगा. अतुल, नाउ हाउ इट विल बी डिसाइडेड which will run? That is we have to be defined in the business rule. ये मेरा business rule है. Sorry, business rule है, क्या है? Script include है. Sorry, ये मेरा script include है. And in this script include we have to give the precedence कि कौन सा अगर दोनों में चेंज हो रहा है, like my wife and my son, both bring a gift for me. Whose gift I should open first if they both bring at the same time? क्योंकि वो बेटा है, उसको अच्छा लगेगा अगर मैं उसका गिफ्ट पहले ओपन करूंगा. So I'll give a precedence to my son. So we have to be define this here. We have to be define this part कि किसको प्रेसिडेंस लेना है, इंस्टॉल को लेना है या हार्डवेयर को लेना है. अभी क्या है जो आउट ऑफ द बॉक्स है, दिस इज दिस पार्ट. देखो यहाँ पे कोई प्रेसिडेंस उसने दी ही नहीं है बाय डिफॉल्ट. वो कह रहा है आप ऐड कर दो अपने साइड से कि जब भी हो तो इंस्टॉल स्टेटस को प्रेसिडेंस ले और यहाँ पे वो ऐसे चेक कर ले. ठीक है. दैट इज द रीजन दैट इन फ्यू केसेस दिस थिंग वर्किंग फाइन, बट इफ यू क्लिक टुगेदर either of third and fourth will work, not both will work together. क्योंकि उसको क्लियर ही नहीं हो रहा कि करना क्या है. Then he pick up the first one और उसने कर दिया. फिर आपको अगर ये तो चल नहीं रहा मेरा, क्यों? क्योंकि यहाँ पे लॉजिक लिखा हुआ है ऐसा. So if you see here this article we are discussing, right? ये वाला देखो, ये asset record, CI record, ठीक है. State asset to CI will go in the install status. Substate is same. So we're talking about this thing, state and substate. ठीक है. ये वो बोल रहे ये दोनों ही इन तीनों के साथ काम करते हैं. अब ऐसा तो होगा नहीं, या तो दो होते तो 1-to-1 मैपिंग हो जाती. अब दो अगर तीन के साथ काम कर रहे हैं तो 6 कॉम्बिनेशंस हो गए मेरे. पहला पहले के साथ काम करेगा, पहला दूसरे के साथ काम करेगा, दूसरा पहले के साथ काम करेगा, दूसरा दूसरे के साथ काम करेगा. दोनों काम ही नहीं करेंगे, दोनों काम करेंगे. ठीक है. तो वो बोल रहा है दिस टू स्टेटस टाइप्स आर नॉट रिलेटेड. ऐसा नहीं कि इंस्टॉल स्टेटस ये दोनों रिलेटेड है, मतलब कि ये वाला ये और ये रिलेटेड नहीं आपस में. दैट इज अनदर प्रॉब्लम. भाई इफ यू डोंट हैव अ कार, हाउ यू कैन से दैट कार इज डिफेक्टिव? लॉजिकली तो ऐसा होना चाहिए ना, क्योंकि वो हार्डवेयर का स्टेटस है. सो सर्विस नाउ से थिंक लॉजिकल इन दिस पॉइंट. ऐसा नहीं है कि आपने बोला होना चाहिए. देयर मस्ट बी यूज केस फॉर द सेम. फोन लिया नहीं और बोला मेरे पास फोन है. You do not get married and you say that I'm married now, I'm a wife, I'm a mother. It's not possible, right? So these things is very carefully where to be. But field to field is not a problem. Read this page as well. This will give you a more clear picture. It is very deep, very, very deep. I was when in the initial days in batch 2, I guess, or batch 3 somewhere, when I was reading this, I got confused that how this is be working, why it's not working. मैं यहाँ पे चेंज कर रहा हूँ, एक चेंज होता ही नहीं है यार, एक चेंज होता ही ना. Then I find this KP article and the last line, clear my fundamentals. And it is a problem record open at ServiceNow side. They are working to fix this. But practically it's not the same case. Either one thing should work. Either you can track on the install status or you can track on the hardware status. And that is another reason that ServiceNow said don't bring this all the fields together in a one form. If you give too many toys to the kid, they will get confused that which toy I should use to play. So better give only one toy and say we have only this toy only. Then the life and the work will be easy. Now, this is what about the CIs and the CMDB. What you have to be do, you have to be create at least now go here and search for the base items like this. Now server, go and create a server class, server CA, not class. See what happening. Then go here and create the network gears. Now if you see, okay, network gear also has a asset, but attributes are getting less. Maybe I can see workstations. They also have a, this workstation is like directly to the computer only. What I can take, let's say computer peripherals. They also have asset tag, but do they have asset as well? Yes, they have asset as well. Categories, hardware, software, what you want to do. Like in a company, thousands of employees are working, right? Every resource, every employee has a one keyboard and one mouse. Can you keep these many assets in a one go? Or for, can you create an asset record for these things? No. Then we divide them as a consumable assets. कि भैया तो consume हो जाएंगी. We can't keep a track of each and every mouse, each and every keyboard. Laptops are big, so we are keeping a track. ठीक है? Now, yesterday when what we are seeing about the 3 C's, and now we'll come on the dashboards. Click here. And now you can see here for the click on all, search for the अलग-अलग dashboards given by service now. CMDB dashboard, CMDB view, service view, group view, correctness, compliance, completeness, correctness, multiple are given by service now. Let's say I click on the CMDB view. Okay. Now in this, I have a picture of my CMDB status. कि क्या है मेरा CMDB का status अभी. So if you see CMDB health, अभी तो कुछ नहीं चल रहा है इसमें, all not applicable. Let's go back here and switch on these jobs. Scheduled jobs है, ये run होंगी, then my data will get generated. See, everything is false, right? True. Even though not, let me do like this. True. And let's execute these jobs quickly to see the data. यहाँ पर है button execute now. Let me load quickly, then I'll do this part. So this is out of the box service now. Disable these jobs. Unnecessary data generate nahi karna. But now if I click on this, it will generate the data for me. Execute now. Execute now. दो हो गई. Execute now. ये तीनों ये सब अलग-अलग jobs हैं जो data collect करती है. Execute now. Last is this. And now if you come back here and you reload this, see, data start getting generated. So yesterday when we saw about this thing, my identification rule, my reconcile rule, all the things are there. Those rules get run in the background and these data get generated. पूरा health क्या है? 58%. 99% is good. Complete her CIs. But 5% are only compliance and 69% are the correct. Now, if you want to see, you can click here and see the records. Sorry, see the full length dashboard for this one. See, वो देखो completeness के dashboard पे ले गया आपको. Right? I am just showing you to this because it is required for you to be understand. ठीक है. Now one more thing which has been left out for us. Let me come back here on my CI. कहाँ गया मेरा CI? चलो यहाँ से वापस आते हैं. ठीक है. Yesterday I told that there is a concept called the suggested relationship. If you remember, let me go to this part now. Let me come here and open incident table, incident record. Okay. Yeah. Now, if I put any CI here, let's say I'm putting this and I'm clicking on this. This map get generated. How this map is generated? It is coming from the relationship tab. Now we have to create the relationship as well. Let's close this. कहाँ गया हमारा LNG, right? Let's say this thing. How to generate the relationship? Scroll down and click on the plus icon. Because it is a computer class, so first of all, service now tell you that these are the suggested relationship. Boss, आप ये बनाओ, that will be good for you. और suggestions में क्या है? Parent है, host है, instance है. देखो अलग अलग type के relationships है. Own है. देखो use है. और for every relationship, the different classes has been given by service now. So like if I say visualize parent, there is no record for me. Let me go back to the top only. So now let's see, I have these two. Let me click this and click on this part. मतलब कि ये दोनों क्या है? Child है, मेरे वाले parent है, और क्या relationship है? Contains and contained by. If tomorrow you get married, the relationship will be wife of, daughter-in-law of. लेकिन अभी आप daughter of हो. For your parents, your daughter of. But once you get married, you will be daughter-in-law. Relationship will be get changed. Okay. So now let me put a little bit more here. Depends on. I'm just putting randomly so that I can show you something here. See, same thing. Still it is a parent, but the relationship get changed. Depends on used by. मतलब कि this is depend on this and used कर रहा है इसको ये. I want to show you something which this should be the child. Mine will be child. Okay, नहीं है क्या कुछ ऐसा? Okay, let me go down. Runs. कुछ नहीं है. Okay, run filter. Sorry. Now let me make a change like this. Click on save. So now you can see this become parent and my become child. Now once you're done with the relationship, save and exit. Okay. And if you come back here, and you can see depends and computers. You can click here and you can say you want to see flat or tree merger like this. Flat you can see like this. You want to split it like this, upstream, downstreams like this. You want to see for the 5 levels, you can do like this. All relationship or only running simple one. So I generally use this one. Upstream, downstreams easy रहता है देखने में. And now if you click on this, you will get the same picture. Dependency view. See. Okay. It's totally depend. I'm telling you. This information will be given by customer to you. And you need to be asked, okay, tell me that how these two CI are interrelated with each other. What type of relationship we should put it. You can see like this. You can see like horizontal. You can see radical. You can see force. You can see group like this. Up to you. And if you want to get a little bit more, you can go here and you can add more relationship as well. Let's say I want to in-rack something. Let me go like this. Click on plus. Now if I click on the save, let's say this, or this. Plus. Now if I go back here, change it a little bit more. Just to make changes something to show you that okay, how good or how bad it can be look like. And save and exit. And now come see. अब देखो कितना critical हो गया ये. This is my CI. This is the upper relationship. If you go here, details you can see like this. Any problem go to put on this, you can see like this. Save view, load view, last view, export image. If you want to do, you can export as well. ठीक है जी? Clear? So last view like this, because it is a freshly load. So maybe it's a radical. If you want to go to last view, you can click on the last view now. No preview, why? Good. This, and you can switch mode. I'm not sure what switch mode is this mean. Okay. So you can do like this. Now if I come back to my CI again, computer, and I'll put LNG, open this, and now if you go to this thing, you will get more. See. और ये जो बता रही है इसका मतलब इस पर्टिकुलर CI पर कुछ प्रॉब्लम या कुछ इंसिडेंट कुछ ओपन है. और if you go here, you can go as a flat or as a merge. So now you can see like this. एक upstream है, एक downstream है. Upstream is like upper वाले relationship. Downstream means नीचे relationship कैसे है इसकी. Clear हुआ हितल?
Confusion is
Confusion, right? Good. Until unless you will not read it, not deep dive it, you will not able to complete this. Okay, so you have to CMDB need a little bit, not little bit more reading than the practice. ठीक है, चलिए, let's stop the recording and take quick attendance now.